Hey everybody, Terrible Shoes back at it again. For today's video, we're actually going to be checking out something I've been holding here for a little while. I meant to open this months ago, but I actually forgot I had it. So here is a base set Scarlet and Violet. We have got the Scarlet EX booster box. This is in Korean. I was talking about how I bought a couple Korean boxes, a few openings back, but this is one I've had for a while. I also have the Violet box as well, and we're going to open both of these and see what we can get here. So let's take a look. We've got about 30 packs in here, I believe, and we've got some really, really good cards on this side of the set. This is mostly going to be based around Koraidon and the ancient Pokemon, as opposed to Miraidon and the futuristic Pokemon, yes. So if you can help me out for a second real quick before we open, and hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a ton. But let's get right into it. So here is our first pack. Again, we have got plenty of good cards here. We've got like Great Tusk. We have got Koraidon. Very, very nice stuff. Let's get right into it. We've got Bisharp. Ugh, Bruxish, one of the worst Pokemon ever. And ending with a Crocodile as our first pack. So in these packs, again, it's possible that you cannot get a hit in them at all. It's not like our English packs here where you are guaranteed a holo in every pack. The rest of the world hasn't really adopted that. That's mostly because of pricing issues over here, as most people know. We've got the fish, and we've got cloth, a hollow cloth, and unfortunately, we have already got a Pringle. That is really sad. What else do we got here? That is actually a big issue I have with Korean cards. While they have been steadily improving in quality as time has gone on, they just all seem to have this Pringling issue like Magic the Gathering cards do, and I just don't understand it. We have got our Cactus, we have got Lechonk, Lucario, and we have got the beach where you fight your rival for the first time in the game. At least if I remember correctly, that is what that location was. Right. Going into it, we're on pack number 4 now. Some very, like I said, good stuff here. We've got Go-Goat, Charcadet, Fido, Driftblim, and a Great Tusk EX, regular variation. Very nice. Yes, very, very, unfortunately, so this is, like a much earlier Scarlet and Violet set. Unfortunately, the quality on these isn't quite comparable to some of the more recent sets we've opened, like Terra Festival, and even the equivalent of Stellar Crown, and Dragona Paradise and such. The quality on these cards simply doesn't stack up. It's crazy to me how in such a short period of time, the quality of a product can improve so much when they realize fans are in fact purchasing that language of the product. And I feel like that's definitely what happened, especially with pricing in the US over here right now. We've got Wug Trio and we've got Seda. But yeah, we have definitely seen a lot of price fluctuating here in the US between the price of Pokemon cards actually going up and mass scalping and reselling and such. It's very hard to get a deal anymore on cards, at least at the time of the recording. And a lot of people are done with it. You used to be able to get Pokemon cards for severely under MSRP. I think that there are still major reprints coming. Again, in fact, I remember. So again, remember at the time of this recording, I record these usually like maybe 2 to 3 weeks sometimes in advance. But yeah, at the time of this recording, I think it was just announced there's going to be a major reprint of a lot of recent sets, such as Surging Sparks and such. And I'm really excited for that. I'm hoping we can get some prices back down to where they were. We have not hit anything crazy yet. We're only a couple packs in, technically. But let's keep going. And we've got Penny. And we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like it's about 7 packs in. We have got a fat stack left. So I'm going to try to blow through these relatively quickly because, again, I feel like a lot of people have seen a lot of Scarlet and Violet already. Again, this came out years ago, this set. So let's take a look at what we got. We got Dedenne, Riolo, the Bird, you, and another Crab. Ugh. Crab Hollow, Crab Battle. All right, next pack. Next pack. Can we get a sick SIR? That would be really, really cool. We've got Torkoal, and we have got Winklage, I believe it is. That is what Lechonk evolves into as a regular EX. Love it. Love to see it. Love to get hits. Does not matter what they are. Alrighty. Coming into the next one, we've got Ralts, Grimer, Wiglet. Got some chest plate and a Medicham. Alright, what else we got here? I feel like there's got to be a big hit in this box. I'm feeling it. There's a big hit in this box. Let's get an SIR or something really, really cool. Alright, we've got you, and then we've got the car. Revaroom. Actually, I think Revaroom personally has one of the best SIRs out of Obsidian Flames. I think it's a beautiful card. There's a lot going on in it, and it is incredibly undervalued because a lot of people just don't seem to like the Pokemon, which is completely understandable. Like, you know, you're entitled to your opinion, but I actually think it's a relatively cool looking one, and I'm kind of glad we finally see something kind of like that in the Pokemon universe. People always talk about how we got a Hawlucha Hollow. People always talk about how supposedly designs in Pokemon have been just getting progressively worse and worse, but they seem to forget what a lot of old school designs were and how a lot of them were based off of regular inanimate objects and such. And I think that's a very unfair comparison to say that those designs were brilliant and iconic, but then you take a more recent design that does something very similar and say that it's complete garbage. You are not going to stick a Voltorb next to a Revaroom and tell me that the Voltorb is the better designed Pokemon. I am really sorry. That is just my opinion. And this is coming from somebody who has played since before Gen 1 even came out in the US. And we've got a Gardevoir EX. Let's feel the texturing on that. Unfortunately, ooh, that's bad. The texturing is almost non-existent on the card. And this was something I mentioned with earlier Korean cards as well. How the texturing is incredibly thin compared to our cards, and especially compared to Japanese and other language cards like Chinese. I think it's just very weird that they decided to go with such a, like, I get it's a cost-cutting measurement, and that's why these boxes are so cheap, but why even bother including texturing if it's going to be barely, you can barely feel it, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that's on. All right, so that probably was our hit for the box. Usually when it comes to these types of products, the full arts are considered extremely big hits. Now, don't get me wrong. It's very possible we can get a second one. I've seen it happen in my own boxes plenty of times and many of other people's. So let's just keep opening and see what we get. But again, I'm always glad to get a hit regardless. But it's always fun to look at the language-based differences between cards and quality differences between the languages as well. And yes, Japanese cards are obviously... almost skipped over that. We have got a Gyarados, and this is really funny here. So the card has that look that the English ones did, but the texturing is borderline non-existent as well in this card. The Terra-type EX cards, as we know, usually have some type of texturing on them, but nah, that it barely feels like it's there again. Again, good card, great card even, but very unfortunate that this is what they chose to do with Korean cards. let's keep going. We've definitely got more hits, and we've got plenty of more packs. So we have got you, and finally, I was wondering when we were going to get one. We have got a regular illustration rare of a Sandile, and this is a personal favorite of mine from Scarlet and Violet base. No texturing on these. Looks pretty good, but unfortunately, it's already pringling, which, like I said before, is a huge issue with older Korean cards. This was an incredibly huge issue back during the black and white era. I don't know how many of you were opening cards back then, but yes, like the cards not only back then, we got the big fish as a hollow. When opening cards back then, cards not only looked and felt fake, but they pringled almost immediately out of the pack due to the insanely low quality card stock they used to print them. But yeah, it's all, like I said, it's all fun and games to just look and compare. I understand why the measurements they take are taken. We're cruising through our box here, by the way. I don't know how many packs we've opened. I got to hit the stack and see how many are left. We've got a Grimer, that is Angoose, and another hollow of Armorage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more booster packs left. Let's get going. We can do this really quickly. I think I can keep this video under 15 minutes. So the pull tabs on Korean packs just don't seem to work as well as other languages as well. At least that's my personal opinion, because I feel like they just get stuck too often. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, 6 more packs left. And that's 6 more shots at another EX. Illustration rares. Plenty of goodies. Let's see what we can get. And we end off that one on a PAL pad. Alrighty. Let's keep them coming. We have got you, Starly, Magikarp, Wug Trio, and the man himself, Koraidon. Regular EX, no SIR, no nothing like that, but we'll take it. I actually do not have any cards from this set in Korean, so I guess technically every hit is a new hit for me, which I think is honestly a really great way to look at it. We've got Fido, we've got Bisharp, Jack, and Sandaconda. 3 booster packs left, guys. Let's keep going. I think we should be getting, at the very least, one more illustration rare. And I was right. And what do we got here? Starly, very nice. Korean IR Starly, unfortunately, pringled right out of the pack. Very, very sad stuff. 2 packs left. And the worst part is, even if you put these in sleeves, I feel like they still pringle inside the sleeves as well. They need to basically immediately go into a binder. King Gambit. Oof, dropped our last pack too. Last pack magic. Let's see what we can get. Hopefully, it'll be something really big and really cool. Here we go, guys. We've got Dedenne again. Riolu. The bird. The PAL pad. What? Another one? Well, you don't see that happen too often, I feel like. But, hey, it is what it is. It'll end up probably going in the trade binder anyway. Okay, so that is our Scarlet EX Korean booster box. Down below, please comment what your favorite pull was. If you've ever opened any of this, tell me some of the hits you've gotten as well. I would really, really like to know. And also, please like and subscribe to the channel. It supports me and it encourages me to make more videos. So, with that one, thank you for checking out the video today, guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.